Welcome, dear viewers. We continue the journey of self-knowledge and understanding. The women who was attending Debbie Ford seminars couldn't accept that she was sexy and desirable. When I requested her to repeat these words, she firmly refused. Recent discovery of her husband's infidelity with another man had evidently shattered her confidence. In her view, if she was desirable, her husband would not cheat on her. Once this woman had repeated these words aloud multiple times, she recalled a time when she felt a strong sense of herself as desirable. I could visibly see that moment reflected on her face. And when she finally accomplished it, she rose to her feet and exuberantly declared, "Yes, I am both sexy and desirable." The room erupted in applause, and we all became witnesses to an extraordinary transformation. It was as if together we had assisted in the birth of a renewed individual, as acknowledged by Debbie Ford. Once again, within Debbie Ford's seminars, there was a woman who did not embrace of being successful. Throughout her entire adult life, she devoted her time and energy to caring for her family. When she was a young girl, she was discouraged from pursuing her dream of becoming a professional cellist. Her heart longed for it deeply, but various obstacles always stood in her way. Society taught her that a woman's fulfillment came from marriage and motherhood. Despite her yearning, she confided in her husband about her desire to take cello lessons, only to be met with discouragement as he believed it would be an unnecessary expense. This woman was now in her 60s, with grown children. When the woman was asked to write down the names of people she admired, she wrote down name of the women successful in arts. However, when it was her turn to reflect and practice self-affirmation, the woman found herself unable to proclaim, "I am successful." She was unsure whether to find it amusing or distressing. In her mind, she associated success solely with having a career. Nevertheless, when queried about her success as a mother, she answered affirmatively. She had raised her children admirably. Similarly, when questioned about her success in marriage, she beamed and proudly confessed to over 3 decades of wedded bliss. Moreover, when asked if she was a successful cook, she broke into a grin and affirmed her prowess in the kitchen. Gradually, she began to envisage herself as a success in various aspects of life. Eventually, she embraced the term and adopted it as part of her self-identity. She no longer equated having a career with being a successful person. After the session, she was determined to make changes. 10 months later, the woman embraced her dreams and began playing the cello in a small local theater. Owning her own success gave her the confidence to pursue her desires. Motivated by this newfound confidence, she committed to taking cello lessons and triumphed in achieving what she had always yearned for. Now take a moment to shut your eyes and direct your thoughts to a deep, safe, and cozy place within yourself. Reflect on what is currently transpiring in your life. Consider your aspirations and why you have not yet pursued them. What is holding you back? Are you held captive by fear? Imagine for a moment that you were aware of having a mere year left to exist. Envision the actions you would take and the alterations you would make in your life. Listen to the voice of your heart to find the answers and make a life-changing decision that brings fulfillment to your dreams. Dedicate yourself wholeheartedly to it. When a person is fully committed to something, the blessings and guidance of Allah come into effect. Miracles and opportunities that would never occur otherwise will arise to assist the person. The choice we make sets in motion a series of events that unfold naturally. In your journey, unexpected fortunate circumstances and encounters will arise, along with financial assistance that exceeds your wildest imaginings. Take action and pursue what you are capable of or what you envision. It is through your courage, initiative, brilliance, strength, and enchantment that you will be guided to the necessary destinations, illuminating literature and supportive individuals who will offer guidance and knowledge. An ancient Buddhist saying goes, "The teacher will appear when the student is ready." Remember, everything that comes to your door is there to heal you. Ask yourself, who are you in this life, on this planet Earth, and what are you meant to contribute? Most of us are aware of what our soul truly desires to express in this lifetime. However, the majority tend to ignore the inner calling we receive. Unfortunately, not all of us have grasped the concept that the present moment is all that truly exists. Despite this, we still hold on to the aspiration, hope, and prayer that one day we will be granted the opportunity to unleash our own unique gifts upon the world. Keeping your word is crucial for the success of any change plan. The words we speak, both to ourselves and others, hold immense significance. When we make a commitment to eating healthy and fail to follow through, we signal to ourselves and the world that our trustworthiness is compromised. Similarly, if we declare our intention to secure a new job in the coming year and then fall short, we convey a message of untrustworthiness to those around us. It is imperative to realize that even seemingly trivial promises carry weight. Neglecting to fulfill them serves as a declaration to ourselves and the world that we are not true to our word. Unfulfilled promises greatly impact our self-perception and self-value. It is essential to follow through on what we commit to and refrain from making empty promises. Prioritize your words as the most significant and valuable asset you possess. Treat them as precious as gold. When you regard them this way, they will yield valuable returns. In turn, you will be able to manifest anything you desire in this world. By keeping your promises, you not only prove your dependability to yourself and the world, but also strengthen your belief in your ability to accomplish anything, whether it's making a living, writing a book, opening a clinic, pursuing a career as a doctor or an engineer, or finding love. Each achievement reinforces the idea that you are capable of declaring and achieving your goals. Making an action plan is not that difficult. The hardest part of the whole process is taking the time to do it. I suggest that you first choose a goal that seems the least daunting of any goal you are trying to achieve. Then, individuals should break it down into 4 distinct sections. For instance, they can devise a plan for each day, week, month, and year to ensure steady progress towards their objective. It is crucial for them to constantly evaluate what actions they can take on a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly basis to achieve their goal. Merely praying without taking any form of action is akin to merely dreaming. It holds no real significance. If individuals put in the effort to help themselves, they can expect divine assistance in realizing their ambitions. Once upon a time, there was a man who professed unyielding devotion to Allah. He firmly believed that as long as he had unwavering faith, God would always safeguard him. Unfortunately, his town was struck by an enormous storm, which resulted in a catastrophic flood. As panic spread and people started evacuating, he remained steadfast in his home, entrusting his safety to Allah's divine protection. Even as the floodwaters relentlessly surged into his house, a fire truck arrived at the scene. The rescuers urged him to flee to safety. However, he adamantly refused their assistance, resolute in his belief that it was God who would secure his well-being. Soon, the water level rose to his waist. The streets transformed into flowing rivers. A boat from the Coast Guard arrived in front of the man's house. The officers urgently shouted, "Swim out and make your way to the boat." The man declined their assistance. "No," he said, "I have complete faith that Allah will protect me." The rain relentlessly poured down. The man's entire dwelling became submerged in water. Suddenly, a helicopter flew over the man's house. The pilot noticed the man devoutly praying on the roof below. Through the loudspeaker, the pilot urgently communicated, "Hold on to the ladder below, and we will safely rescue you." Once again, the man replied, "God will protect me." Tragically, in the end, the man succumbed to the overflowing water and tragically drowned. When he reached the gates of heaven, he felt a deep sense of betrayal. He said to God, stating that he had always relied on his protection. However, in his time of greatest need, God had seemingly abandoned him. In response, Allah asked, What more could I have provided? I offered a fire truck, a boat, a helicopter. Did you desire something else? Yes, this is the moral of the story. A highly accomplished and stylish female high school teacher sought therapy. She possessed both intelligence and eloquence in her self-expression. Additionally, she was attractive and successful. She had recently separated from her husband and was living with her trio of children. She has achieved much in life, surmounted challenges, read extensively, educated herself thoroughly, earned a master's degree, and became a sought-after teacher in her field. She enjoys a broad social circle, is financially comfortable, not exceedingly wealthy, but above middle class. She has raised her children well, dedicating herself to them and to her profession, her students. Yet, despite this, she confesses to harboring anger towards life, blaming certain individuals, and possessing a quick temper. She asks, "What is missing in me? What am I seeking and desiring?" She says she came here seeking answers. After undergoing an extensive range of therapies including trauma resolution method (EMDR), shadow work, mind science trainings, acupuncture therapies, hypnosis and massages, as well as multiple vital trainings in psychotherapy, we were able to identify primary traumatic causes in her life. Through these various interventions, we discovered two key events that have had a profound impact on her overall well-being and psychological state. Her divorced husband, and most critically her mother, with whom she never shared a spiritual connection, were two traumatic influences in her life. She realized that she embodied all the traits she had resented, blamed, and criticized in both her husband and mother. It seemed that God had given her a mother and a husband with these characteristics so that she could develop a more genuine, holistic, and virtuous personality. Recognizing that these traits were the building blocks of her personality, she forgave her husband and mother. She even felt gratitude towards them for all the talents and the material and spiritual wealth she now possessed. She let go of her resentment towards them and continued to live a life aligned with her goals and ideals, filled with spirituality and joy. In Hadith Qudsi, Allah Almighty says, "Give thanks and I will increase my blessings." Seeing the wisdom in everything, this woman thanked her Allah. She forgave her husband. It was easy to forgive him even if he was not the father of her children. A difficult marriage, a husband who was indifferent, unloving, and irresponsible made her a strong, responsible, cultured person who took care of her children. Her mother certainly never intended to cause her harm. Raised in an environment where her own mother faced constant criticism from her grandparents, she adopted their critical eye, attention to detail, and perfectionism. It was under this influence that she believed she was perfecting her daughter through relentless criticism. However, the teacher, being more aware, educated, and cultured, chose not to perpetuate this cycle with her own children. Indeed, her children even remarked, "It's a good thing you're not like my grandmother. Otherwise, you'd be unbearable." Yet she attained significant success in her career due to the perfectionism and attention to detail that were deeply embedded in her soul. She endeavored to strike a balance between her material and spiritual life. Here, I would assert that having a perfectionist nature is beneficial. Indeed, many individuals who excel in science and art possess these qualities, as both fields demand patience and stability. Consequently, science and art are flourishing. However, caution is necessary. Excessive perfectionism can lead to obsessive-compulsive behaviors. Balance is essential. Avoiding extremes is key. In all things, we should strive for equilibrium. Now, what should be the deep thought here? Every painful event in my life has given me various gifts. So the bad things that we have experienced were painful to us at the time, they seem difficult and bad to us, but in fact we are experiencing them for very serious reasons. God has put those people in front of us to educate us, to develop us, to strengthen us, and we have experienced such events with them. In order to see things positively, we have the choice to find the positive aspects in every situation. By doing so, we can discover the good in each event and turn to Allah to express gratitude for them. This approach enables us to move forward and attain greater happiness. Conversely, focusing only on the negatives can lead us to question why certain things were done or said to us. Engaging in this negative line of inquiry will only serve to trigger a cycle of negative thoughts and behaviors from our subconscious, dragging us into a swamp of negativity. It is in our best interest to refrain from such tendencies, dear viewers. So it is in our hands to be happy or unhappy. I wish you a happy day. Take care and have a good day.